it's still that interaction.
Yeah.
It's still that contact of, do you trust that word?
You realize that that's what business is all about. Business is all about relationships. Even if Robert is in the digital space, someone has to like something about him, whether it's him or the product he provides. They have to like, and the product is him. So they have to like something about him. So even down in anything, it still comes down to human interaction. Comes down to impression.
That trust is common there, because he mentioned his clients had enough trust to come and tell him, hey, we have to back out. We're not making anything. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he had enough trust in them to be like, look, I'm going to hold you down.
Yeah.
You understand? So even if they weren't expecting that answer,
yeah.
You know, because at the end of the day, they probably were like, this guy's just going to let me go because I'm not putting money in his pocket. Yeah. They had enough trust to tell
that was a smart chess move on his end, though,
yeah.
as far as the business.
I don't think it was smart. I think it's the right thing to do, because at the end of the day, you want to maintain that client.
It is the right thing to do.
Because of what you said, 5, 7, 10 years later down the road, Corona's not.
It is.
You know,
it's the right thing to do if you can afford to do it, though.
I mean, that comes down.
And
to
that's
planning. How right. Actually, so time management has probably been a topic of thought in your head right now with all this time that we have. Mm-hmm. I'm assuming how has that played into the equation of you laying out your daily quest.
Well, you got to keep moving. You got to take action as much as possible. I mean, when you're working with a team of people, you gotta collaborate as much as possible to keep the engine running. You know, for me, it's just I have to keep creating content in my head. I have to create ways to connect everything. Logistically, when it comes to SEO, my mind is just constantly going. What I could create, how I could create it, and how I can link it all together. Because one of the big things is being relevant and being trustworthy, right? Oh, speaking of trustworthy, this is where it really comes in when it comes with the clients, retaining clients. Okay, let me touch on that real quick before I forget on that. Now, retaining clients for us, see, they depend on us to be their digital authority, right? So when we come to them with our services and let them know this is how things work, this is in the digital age, you know, they'll come back with ideas. Sometimes we have to shoot it down, sometimes they're pretty good, but they trust us to be the digital authority in that sense, because that's what they're hiring us for. You know what I mean? So in a time like this is that when they have questions, when they're about to leave, and that's when I have to jump in and educate my clients, because I know well enough, we are the SEO experts out there, we know well enough to give them the most educated decision that they're going to be making. And this is going to be a huge, huge impact on their business. Because if they stopped, then there would be no jobs for people to come back to. And that'd be even worse, you know. But I had to keep them relevant.
And some of the other competitors,
right?
They would be probably the ones that did decide to. They'll just fall off, creating more opportunities for the clients that you're holding.
Right.
By maintaining them in their position, right?
Right. I mean, one of my clients in Las Vegas, just by keeping their position and keep the content flowing during the whole COVID, because they were non-essential. They had to completely shut the doors. They were a tattoo shop that has like 4 locations.
They are essential.
They are essential, but considering they had to shut their doors, right? Yeah. So by us keep doing the work and say, hey, look, we got you. When the doors opened up, their position just, or no, not the position, the traffic, it skyrocketed like 20,000%. It just went right back up. I mean, the impressions that they get per shop, let's just say combined, they probably get about almost 200,000 impressions. They get like, 20,000 clicks to the website, and they were right back. They were able to open the doors and do everything the right way, And that's the people that we went out to go visit in Las Vegas.
And you do a lot of things. So what are, to kind of touch back on that time management thing, what are some of the tools that you use to maintain your ability to be able to do all these things? Like, how has time management played a role into you laying out your business? You've been doing this for a while.
Yeah.
This autonomous working at home thing.
Yeah.
This is home for you.
Yeah.
Basically.
Well, it comes from my experience. I've been in operations management for so long. I mean, I have a business management degree, right? So, but I've been in operations management for decades, you know, working for Lennar Homes as a superintendent, working for GES as a operations manager, the official operations manager, holding down shows like CES, Mine Expo, Con Expo, Magic, you know, Orgill, holding down shows like that. It just, it gives me that sense, like I know what I'm doing, I know how to put people together, and I know how to put the material together, schedule it out, get everybody who I really need. You know, I could find those people to be able to put together a project or put together a collaboration of something that's much bigger. I know how to put people together. So just by having that kind of resource and reaching out and making sure everybody's moving, because I'm not able to do it alone. I got a lot of ideas and I got a lot of data that's up in here, but there's no way that I can output this stuff by myself. So that's why I make sure that we have a strong team, and I always make sure that everybody is moving and we have something to do. You know, at the same time, we are building our own brands as well. So what I like to do is just, you know, as entrepreneurs, keep bringing in ones that are just, you know, who are hungry, who are ready to move, and basically can work in our space as well. I mean, we bring on people all the time, and we're just moving forward. I have to keep this pace up because this is my blood right here. You know, business is like in my blood. So this is all I think about. This is all I do.
So it sounds like